Yo, my man
told me to straighten my shirt.
You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
Okay. Toodaloo. Feel like I'm about to get some packages ready out this joint. You know what I'm saying? Peace. What's up, y'all?
Oh, this all you know.
But likewise, I'm up here like scrambling. Oh. Peace, y'all. Happy Sunday, man. Welcome to Substantial Sundays. If you see us on our phone and all of that, it's us trying to manage a couple of
shiznit together.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Got Juan Paulo, peace, up here repping per usual.
Okay, hey Juan.
And we can see him up there. I'm blowing it up so we can see a little better.
Wow,
Look at God.
Look at God. What up, uncrowned otaku?
That's what's up. Yeah, man. Peace to y'all. Hope y'all having a great one. Shout out to the homie Marcus D.
That flute is absolute destruction.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this is
man.
Yeah, this is the instrumental version of the Lone Wolf album. So for those who don't know, the homie Marcus D just dropped his best of album. I would be playing that.
Killer.
Yeah, shout out to Ice Killer. What up? But I would be playing that, but it got like lyrics all through most of that. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like,
only a few joints.
Few instrumental joints on there, like his joint he did with Emancipator and a couple other joints. But it's mostly like the collabs and stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, so shout out to the homie Marcus D and shout out to y'all for tuning in. So per usual, make sure you say peace. Let us know where you're tuning in from, and the most important thing, share. Sharing is caring. You know what I mean? So please do that. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I share it over here on IG, you know what I'm saying?
On Facebook.
Thank you, sir.
As we speak,
you know, and
I've updated my phone so it sucks now.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Yeah,
shit is the worst.
Update your phone and it sucks.
Clark Armstrong.
Hey, what up, Clark?
Been a hot minute from Washington. That's what's up. All right, good to see you up in here, man. Yeah, man. A lot of stuff going on, yo. It's a lot happening in the world. A lot happening, in music, film, just so much. Comic-Con just passed this weekend as well too. So a lot of new comic book trailers and TV shows and different things. Like we got our first look at Bullseye for the Daredevil TV show. So that was pretty dope. And then a whole lot of not so good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like judges. You know, like punk ass judges, you know what I'm saying? Get jobs they don't deserve to have. So then you got that bullshit happening. You know what I mean? But other than that, you know, it's been a lot of things. So what's up with you though, man? How was the weekend?
It's pretty decent, man. I didn't really do a whole bunch. Didn't really do a whole bunch. I don't really know what I did yesterday.
I'm not sure. You did awesomeness.
I mean, I went to my friend's house, our old friend Shayla's house today.
Shout out to Shayla.
Hung out with her. She drank some alcohol and kept my son from getting beat up by kids older than him.
That's always good.
That's where I am now. Like he's 5.
Yeah.
So everything is all about trying to talk him into understanding that, hey, if you keep doing these things, somebody's going to punch you.
Right.
Like somebody's going to hit you. Please stop. Because when someone hits you, I'm going to have to talk you out of being hit. It's not going to be like, Daddy's not going to show up and go kick a kid across the room. It's like, no. All I can say is, hey, son, you got to understand. Some people aren't going to like you. Right. Some people are. You got to go with the ones that do. Hey, on a better note, proud dad moment.
Shout out to Steven and I believe that's Griselda. Yeah, that's Griselda too.
Oh, Griselda's back. What's up?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she popped up. I feel like she popped up last week as well. You know what I mean? So shout out to both of y'all, man. Good to see y'all up there. But proud dad moment.
So my man, right?
Little man, what do you do?
He's trying to dance with both of Shayla's daughters. He asked both of them to dance.
Okay. All right.
Then they deny him, so he goes to another one of our friends' daughters that we grew up with. They're all shutting down.
Right.
Shutting down.
But he's not taking no.
He is not. He's taking no.
But
he's
moving on.
Every time he leaves, he's giving up all this. So I'm like, okay.
He's not giving up.
No, he's not giving up.
There it is. That's a better way to say it. Yeah.
He's going around asking for the dances. That doesn't work. So he's kind of chilling off his, man, I'm shot dead.
Right.
So I'm trying to talk him back to life, and we're about to leave. So he keeps going to their sliding glass door, and he's like, I got to say bye to everybody.
Right.
I'm looking outside, I'm like, you don't know any of these people. Like, I don't say this, but I'm thinking to myself, you don't know them. These are all new people outside to us.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, man, you want to be polite? Go out there and say goodbye.
Yeah.
So he goes like, hey, good night, everybody. So he goes to this one chair where it's a young lady. I think it's an adult, but it's not.
Right.
Her back is to me. And Olu's spending a lot of time at this chair.
Sure.
I'm like, who is this adult? And why are you spending so much time there?
Uh-huh.
So the mother comes to me after a while. She's like, hey, what's your son's name? Olu. She's like, your son is so cute. I was like, okay, you know, to a parent, yeah, whatever.
Right.
Because when he gets in the house, yeah, he's not that cute.
Right.
He's only that cute to you guys. This dude is not that cute.
Right.
He's awesome, but he's not that cute.
Right.
So she's like, yeah. So when he came outside to say bye to everybody, he's like, hey, bye, everybody. And I'm talking about her daughter is like 15 years old.
Right.
My son is 5. He goes to her, he's like, bye, everybody. Goodbye, pretty princess. Nigga. You talk about all rah. I'm like, rah. It's testosterone spilling everywhere. It's all over the place. It's all over these people's house. My son's testosterone is everywhere. You talk about sons? Good. And he says it. He does this 3 times before we leave.
Hey,
1 time outside, 2 times inside. I'm like, oh yeah, this is winning. I feel good.
Oh my God. Son.
I feel great.
Oh my God.
That was a proud dad moment, man.
Goodbye, pretty princess.
Man, I couldn't believe it.
Hey,
Could not believe it, man. That was a proud moment, man.
Hey, shout out to the other folks who just chimed in. Calvin, I see you. Peace, fam. Good to see you up here. Yeah, we're not at the barbershop this week. We were trying to make sure we got started as soon as possible and stuff. For sure, man.
I'd been super late. Yeah,
right.
We'd have been super late if it had
right.
been on me.
Right, and then peace, Zeo Crisis. I see you. Epiphania.
Peace,
Yeah,
Epiphania.
peace. What's going on, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in, man. So we got a lot of stuff to cover. A lot has happened. Already shouted out Marcus D. Congrats again on the new release. Other music, man, drop. Both of us are huge Anderson Paak fans. He just dropped a new single with Kendrick from his upcoming album called Oxnard, which I've been to Oxnard. So shout out to Oxnard.
Yeah, this needs to come out quick, man.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear the full album, man.
Yes.
And Dre mixed it as well, so.
That's what I'm waiting for.
And there's a photo that Anderson posted with him, Dre, and Q-Tip in the photo. I'm hoping that means that there's a song where all of these dudes contribute, even if it's Dre just mixing it. But Q-Tip, and because I wasn't mad at that song that Anderson Paak was on that Tribe album and stuff. That joint was pretty dope. Yeah, he was.
I was out there.
Yeah,
and then it fell
I
don't know what he's saying, but it was dope. But it vibes.
Right, the vibe
is
strong. So yeah, man, so I'm interested. I'm hoping that means that maybe he's on the record. I think that would be pretty dope.
It would.
But so excited to see that joint coming out. Yeah, and it's a whole lot of other stuff. You know what I mean? I'll get into TV stuff in a minute, but what you been listening to, Sherm?
So, like I said, I'm going to need a little extra prompting. But
I got you.
Off the top, the first thing that comes to mind is the Underachievers new video for 7 Letters.
Yep.
That shit is dope. Underachievers, it's really weird. I don't know if they're following spans further than what I know, but for a group that's putting out the type of music that they put out, the type of lyricism that they're putting out, they're a very unrecognized group. Have you ever listened to Underachievers?
I've seen the name and I've heard.
Dude, they are very, very positive, like extremely positive, like uplifting type shit, man.
Okay.
And this video, dude, oh man, not even fucking video. The video is great. The video is super dope. It's like, it gives you that, it's funny because it juxtaposes the duality of the artists. I don't know their names. I rarely know artist names these days. Like, when I'm into groups, I'm into the group. I don't give a shit what your name is separate, individually. That even goes for Earth Gang, any group. Like, it takes a while for me to learn individual names until it comes to the point where it's like, okay, I've dug into your music enough. Now I want to dig into the people. But these dudes are Like,
really dope.
they're different, man.
Yeah.
And I've watched them grow. Like,
Calvin said he heard him on the Talib joint.
Yes, the Gravitas joint, and they do
body that joint.
That is one of the best songs on that album. Like, wow. I'm gonna be honest, man. Underachievers are probably one of the most underrated groups right now.
So their name's fitting. Right. I mean, you know.
It is kind of. Yeah. Because you don't see the push from them. Like, they don't push themselves any more than what's going on.
We call them new leaders. Kind of like new leaders of the...
yes.
Okay.
New leaders of the new school. Definitely. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Their new song is super dope. And so I went back and, like, that's what... Anytime I see a video of an artist that I've already listened to, it makes me go back to listen to what they had last.
Right.
The Renaissance... Oh, body bags. If you don't fuck with the Underachievers, listen to anything that they've ever put out. First and foremost, they are an awesome group. They show growth. Every project is growth. It's a different type of growth because they're going to give you. They stay in the same lane, and they don't really differentiate from a bunch. But you can see growth. It's weird. Because it's a subtle growth, but they definitely show growth. But definitely check that video out and check out Renaissance after that. Okay. Next thing that stands out, and I think I may have enjoyed this more than the Underachievers video, but I saw this after. Okay. So I watched Underachievers like 4 times before I saw this joint. Right. It's Boogie Fade. It's called a freestyle. I don't know how it's a freestyle when it's got the fucking lyrics on the screen. Right. But I'm an 80s baby. So a freestyle to my generation is far different from a freestyle to this generation. Right. So super awesome song. It's really introspective. I couldn't really say a whole bunch about what it's about, but it's just a really introspective song. Okay. And it's a really dope song. That's what's up. What else did I put up? I got that.
You got let's see.
Of course, Anderson and Kendrick.
Logic.
So Anderson and Kendrick.
Hey, but make sure we do come back to Logic.
No, I'm going to get
to the. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to get back to Logic after Kendrick and Anderson. So don't really care about that song. The Tense by Kendrick and Anderson Paak. Why? Right. Because they are 2 of the greatest artists out right now, and anybody can make me party for 3 minutes and 50 seconds to 4 minutes and 45 seconds, however long a single is. It's easy. There are Yo Gotti songs that I'll fucking listen to as a single. So singles don't do much for me. It's a dope song. Dope song. Is it the dopest that these 2 could create? Not at all. Like, this is a very surface level song for these 2 artists. It's a dope song. But I don't really care about it. I don't care about it. Because I am waiting for whatever this project is on. I want to hear the whole project to hear how this fits into a whole project. Single is cool, great, whatever. What's that dude's name? Young MC. Has a fucking single.
Has a smash single.
A fucking smash single. Have you ever heard his album? Yeah. So I don't care about singles, but it's fucking dope. Yeah, we're missing out on the
right. Yeah, we got a couple. Shout out to my name.
Oh shit,
is my name.
It is.
That's what's up.
New Leaders is the name on the of the song on the.
That's what he's talking about. Okay.
But they are like the new leaders though. They are like new
leaders of the new school. That's what's up. Yeah, man. Calvin said he's with freestyle. That means off the dome and not premeditated.
Yeah, I don't understand a premeditated freestyle. Yeah. I don't know how that works, man.
Right. Let's see. Oh, someone was saying talking about Paak.
We're not even going to discuss that. We're going to waft over that epiphania.
You remember what his original name was? Calvin was asking that. I forgot.
It was Breezy Lovejoy.
Yes, that's what it was. I was struggling. Yeah, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, that I don't know what that fucking that cipher was about. That shit was horrible.
Indecisive. Peace. Thanks for joining us.
What up, Indecisive? Hey. It's Indecisive. Hey, Indecisive, are you the one? Yes, he is the one that sent me the production. You need to peep that shit.
Well, you need to share it with me.
I will. Right. I didn't see it till late.
Okay, cool.
I am. Haha. It is
Right.
him. Yeah, he's got some good
That's
shit.
what's up.
So we definitely got to get that popping.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
So
man.
I don't. Anybody that didn't see that video few weeks ago or whatever, we had discussed whether or not. So we like to play a lot of up and coming to known artists in the background, you know, shit that not many people know about. Right. So we suggested that maybe we use our platform to profile the instrumentalists and producers and beat makers and whatever else you'd like to coin yourself on our platform. So yeah, so anybody that does produce, doesn't matter. If you think that what you're doing, if you've worked on your craft for a time, send it to us. We haven't talked about when we're going to do it or anything. Nope. But send us shit. I'm sure Stan is going to post our emails, both of our emails. You can hit me up on Instagram. It may take me a while on Instagram because I'm not super huge on social media a lot anymore.
Best way you can do it, though. Yes. So best way you could do it, IamSubstantial.com. Go to the contact section and just put like you can put Substantial Sundays submission, you know. So just do that, send it to us. I'll make sure I'll share it with Sherm. He'll check it out because he spends, like, when he's cutting throughout the week, when he's cutting hair, you know, he spends a lot more time listening to music than I do. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm listening, but I might not.
I'm in a school building where literally Spotify, I can't even listen to Spotify in that building because, like, it's blocked. You know what I'm saying? YouTube is blocked. Wow. But no, YouTube
that's good. That's
blocked.
A good thing.
YouTube isn't blocked, but almost everything's blocked. So that's why, like, if y'all ever notice, it's just automatic posts that I set up like a lot of times during the day, because when I'm in the school building, it's a struggle. You know what I mean?
Say what's up to Calvin?
Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? I said I shouted him out as quick as he came.
What about Acacia Street?
Case? I don't. Yeah.
Notice me. What up?
Yes. Peace. What's going on?
Acacia Street. We jacking that up. Probably. We don't mean any disrespect.
Butchered your name. Can't remember which. Oh yeah. So my name is talking about how, like, there's certain people, whatever, who define freestyle not necessarily as an off the head verse, but just a verse freestyle. Yeah,
I understand.
It varies.
I don't necessarily agree.
But I mean, I'm like this. If you say, unless you say it's off the head or whatever, I'm assuming or whatever that, like, you're just kicking the verse. You know? What I mean?
You wrote that shit.
Yeah, and so and I mean, there are some people, and then it's really one of those things. I stopped caring about it mainly because there are certain people who are so dope off the head that it sounds written, and then they walk around constantly arguing with people like that. It wasn't a written verse, and to me, all of that's stupid. The only thing that matters is, was it dope? Was it dope? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you get in a battle, right? And if it's a battle where it doesn't state like whether or not it has to be free or written, like where they don't define what it needs to be, and you take an L, no one's gonna care if you took an L because your freestyle wasn't as good as it should have been, but you came off the head and he was kicking writtens. All they're gonna know is you took an L. Hey, and so you know what I'm saying?
I'm really liking that. That's all Calvin. Juice, Supernatural, Craig G. Yeah.
Those are all dudes who are
freestyle.
Like, those dudes,
they sound written.
Yeah, and
they sound written.
Juice in particular, like, probably more than everyone you mentioned. You know what I mean?
Juice is definitely one of the more underrated artists.
Yeah, I know Juice personally, man, and I've done a couple of gigs with him, kicked it with him, like in a couple of different states and cities and stuff. Really good dude, man. Ridiculous off the head, but he's a dude that is so nice off the head that, it's as good as people's writtens. Now, I will say this, right? And this is, put on my rapper hat real quick. This is my advice to all up and coming artists watching this, right? Both are great skills to have, right? You should be able to come out of that bag, your freestyle bag, at the drop of a dime, right? Like me, I'll tell you flat out, like, I'm not the best off the head. I'm one of those people that, like, if I start to zone out and I really zone and just not care for a few minutes, like, my freestyle can have moments where it reaches, like, I feel like a higher level than what I deliver off the head consistently. And I've had shows where I get up there, I stumble over the written verse, and then I just go into a freestyle and finish it up like that. Freestyle off of whatever people hold in the audience. It's a great skill to have. But I will say this, if you plan on making a career in this industry, like if you're really trying to be in the industry, then, you know, being able to freestyle is a great tool to have, but you need to be able to write songs and you need to study music. And I don't mean just rap music. Right. I don't mean just studying rap music. I mean, you need to be listening to great music, period. And not just a whole bunch of underground stuff that's like, you know, that, oh, this is the hotness, this is where everybody, like, yo, because there are certain mainstream artists, whether you like their whole catalog or not, right? Because Stevie Wonder technically is a mainstream artist. You know what I'm saying? Stevie Wonder is one of the greatest songwriters in the history of music, period, right? If not, like for me, he's like the GOAT, you know what I mean? And so you need to understand that in like great music in general, right? There are certain things that works really well and learn from greats. So that being said, be great at coming off the top of the head, but at the same time, you need to know how to write great music. Because all of those dudes we mentioned, right? All of those dudes, with the exception of maybe Craig G, like name their classic songs. I love Juice. Juice is the homie.
Damn.
Name their classic
Juice
songs.
has no classic songs.
Right?
I definitely
name Supernat's classic songs.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I know Supernat too.
Those are not.
These are not. But
this is what
I'm
facts.
I'm just trying to help y'all understand the industry, right? Yeah. And that's what you got to think about.
There are no songs from Juice that I can remember, but I can definitely I'll stand behind that Juice is amazing. One of the dopest lyricists that you will ever hear.
Yeah, straight up. Like Juice is one of the nicest I've ever heard.
You know what Juice song?
And so the reason why I point that out is because early in my career, that's because when I first started out making a name for myself when I moved to New York from Maryland, I was in the battle scene real heavy. And I was winning a couple battles. I took a couple L's or whatever in some battles. And I started making a name for myself in the scene. But what I started to notice were there were very few people who made the transition from the battle scene into making classic albums and really classic songs. And they were able to survive off of that. There's very few dudes who were able to do that. Pumpkinhead was blessed enough or whatever to be able to do that. Rest in peace to my brother PH.
Definitely.
You know, PH was able to make that transition, while somebody like my homie Jen kind of struggled to make that transition.
We got to pause on that.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Pumpkinhead is, you need to go check him out. Start off with, what's the orange joint?
Orange Moon Over Brooklyn.
Orange Moon Over Brooklyn.
Produced by Marco Polo.
Retarded. It's fucking retarded.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great project.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no problem, man. So yeah, but like there are very few MCs that like really made that transition well. You know what I mean? From being like, you know,
it's funny. It's funny.
M is an exception too.
But when you look at the hip hop genre, you don't really get. Like in musical genres, period, I kind of feel like hip hop has the most subgenres.
Yeah.
Because it feels like you can do so much more with hip hop than you can do with other genres of music. So it feels like people only listen to hip hop as hip hop.
Right.
But you've got to break different shit down in hip hop.
Yeah.
Like it's really crazy.
Layers.
It's a lot of fucking layers. It's like a fucking Vidalia onion. It's fucking tons of fucking layers, man. Like you got the freestylers, but you can't say that the freestylers are better than the writers because like it's just the energy is different coming from all of these different pulls from hip hop. You got the R&B dudes in hip hop now. You got the jazz hip hop, like it's all different, but you've got to listen to it under the same umbrella, but you've got to separate segments of your ear as you listen to it under the same umbrella. And it's fucking awesome. That's the shit that I love about hip hop. Like you can listen to it and it sounds like you're listening to the same fucking fruit until you start peeling back them layers. And it's like, holy shit. No, this nigga's not the same. Like you can listen to a Tribe and then you can go to a Saba and you can say, oh, this is pretty similar to a Tribe vibe.
Right.
But as you start peeling back Saba's layers, it's like, oh no, but this is distinctively different from the Tribe vibe, but it's still under that dog. Fucking hip hop, man. Fucking hip hop. It's the shit.
Yeah, agreed. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Someone asked, Calvin asked, and I know it's a lot of comments coming, so I'm gonna try to scroll back through and catch some of them. Definitely, if you spot some as well, you want to text, let me know. Joshua asked me, "What's the best part of your personal style? Do you like the most?" That's always kind of weird for me to say. Because you sound like I sound a little cocky.
The part where they write the paychecks.
Right. I mean, yeah, you know, that's always nice. I like providing for my family.
The style that they pay me.
I like that style. Style to match. I mean, I like the creative process the most, right? And my method of creating. So that's not necessarily my style of rap per se, but like most of the time when I make music these days, what I do is I literally will record a scat track, right? Where I'm just like this beat's playing right now. This is a beat I actually rapped on, right? For Marcus D. And so it's like, and then I take the words and the name is substantial. You know what I mean? And then like basically
he's not lying.
Right. So I'll do that, right? So I'll do that, and then basically I do that so I don't get caught up so much in what needs to be said and focus more on the music and where the music takes me, right? And so that's probably the thing I like most about my style and creative process. I really pride myself on treat myself like an instrument. You know what I mean? So yeah, but go ahead.
It's one comment that I have to address.
Oh, here we go.
Clark Armstrong.
What Clark said?
Clark Armstrong.
I completely ignorant of what kind of music I've been missing.
Do you 49ers and Soul Chef? Clark, it's 2018, dog. 2018. I'm not gonna say you not to still be listening to the 49ers and Soul Chef, dog. It is so many.
I really wish Marcus D was here to see that comment. But yeah,
dude, that feels like you're still listening to KRS-One and fucking Big Daddy Kane, and it's no shot. You're listening to great music, but dude, this is, and I'm saying this, and I'm standing behind this. I said this like 15 to 20 times. Hip hop music now is so much better than the hip hop music I grew up on, and I listen to new artists. And I'm even talking about the old artists who make music that to stay in tune with the times. The hip hop now is a lot better musically. I'm not saying lyrically. If you separate shit, if you separate it and break it down into pieces, you'll find a lot. You can have you can go all day long back and forth about what's better. But if you put if you bundle everything together as far as hip hop now and hip hop back in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s,
the best, right?
Yes, the best. I'm not talking about the bullshit. I'm not talking about mainstream shit. I'm talking about real hip hop. The hip hop now is far better. The music, the production, the engineering, and because of the fact that hip hop isn't fenced in anymore. It's not. Oh, if you're doing hip hop, you better not have any R&B artists on your shit. Like hip hop encompasses all forms of music now. This is the best hip hop I've ever heard, hands down. Bam.
Yeah, I feel like I'm with I'm one of those dudes that other old heads sometimes want to have it out with me, and I'm like, bro, like you're speaking from a point of view of nostalgia, right? So of course there are the likelihood that songs from your youth that made you feel a certain way, that took you to a certain pivotal moment in your life, like finding a song that's going to do that again for you or whatever, it's not impossible. But you've already got your mind made up. Like that's the best, because that particular era meant a lot to you, and that's where people speak from 9 times out of 10.
With a lot of our generation right now,
but it's not just our generation, right? Like that's history. This is what happens.
Right.
It's a cycle, right? Like, yo, whether you like it or not, there's youngins right now who are going to become elders at some point, and they're going to be talking about how like the mumble rap of their generation was some of it. Like, oh, that was good music, son.
Yeah,
like this new stuff y'all doing now. Like, bro, this is the cycle.
And we can't keep shitting on it. We can't keep shitting on it because of artists like Saba. Because you got this mumble rap shit. So everybody's like, oh, fuck mumble rap, yeah, blah, 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 blah. But shit has to evolve. So if you listen to Saba, Saba kind of embodies everything that's going on in hip hop. He actually mumble raps intentionally. But when you go on, like you can go to different platforms and see the lyrics. There are lyrics to every song that Saba puts out. But he makes songs to for lack of a better term, adhere to what's going on at the time. Right. So, I mean, you can't hate on the shit that's going on. You have to understand what's going on and find the quality artists, follow the quality, and you won't have to worry about the bullshit. I mean, yeah. It is what it is, man. Shit evolves. You got to roll with the evolution. Chris, I don't agree with you at all.
Yeah, I can't agree with
listening to no new stuff.
Acacia Street,
what the hell are you listening to?
Acacia Street. The person we're talking about, Saba. It's not Samba. It's Saba. It's Saba. Yeah, yo, look up a song. Was it "This Heaven All Around Me"?
Oh my god,
bruh. Yo, let me tell you, true story, right? Student of mine.
I know the story.
Oh, okay.
You can tell. Yeah, I already do.
So yeah, I love Saba. Saba's really dope, man. And so one of my students hit me up. She was having a really hard time and stuff. Just went through some stuff with the young man she was dating, and just hit me up and was like, you know, I'm really down right now. Could you recommend some music and stuff? I always kind of like some of the stuff you played for me. And I want to, you know, I'm just trying to. I need something. And so basically, what I did, man, like I gave her a quick list of songs, but the first song I told her to check out, because it's a song that when it came out, I used to play it every morning on my way to work. It was a song called "Heaven All Around Me" by Saba. And yo, she hit me back. I mean, minutes later, as quick as I sent her that link, she got right. She's, oh my god, this song is so amazing.
That song make you cry,
bruh.
That song will fucking make you cry.
Man, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about that moment, and it felt dope because, like, number one, Saba's not that much older than her. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, I'm like, damn,
high generation together.
Yes, and meanwhile, I got them both beat by at least 15 years.
That's what you need to focus on is the time together of the generations.
Yeah,
it's not about my generation is better than yours. It's about hey, what do we have in common? Because we've got to live here together, and that's the only way to build on any of our existences is for us to find the similarities and to build on that shit.
True indeed.
You gotta get to these comments.
Yes,
a lot of them.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Fuck the president's text. He can suck a dick.
Right. I didn't get the president's text.
I got it. He can suck my fucking dick. Huh?
My kid's room sex.
Oh shit.
Right.
I'm sorry. Like that is the type of emotion that piece of trash evokes. Hey, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna piggyback off what he's saying about the president because that leads to something I wanted to touch on, and then we're gonna get to your comments, right? So, all right. Elections coming up. For those of you who are watching, you're in the U.S., right? November's coming up. Now, this is what I need you to do, right? And this is mainly for people who love to complain, because I'm not a dude who loves to complain. I'm an action dude, right? But for my people who love to complain about our current president, right? Like who are constantly complaining about this dude and this, that, and the third. Here's a quick solution for you. Go out, make sure you vote the house, the current house that's in, get them out, right? You get them out, that is our best chance at impeaching this dude. And this was literally said by a Republican strategist. He said, if the House is taken over by Democrats, they're going to impeach Trump. This is coming from a Republican, okay? So if you want to make something happen or whatever, stop worrying about presidential elections, right? Because unless you live in a swing state, your vote doesn't matter unless you live in a swing state when we're talking about the president. Outside of that, your local elections, that's where you need to be showing up. Because every time I show up, I'm one of the youngest people there. Yep. Right? Yep. I'm 39, bro. I show up, I am one of the youngest people there. There's a video that y'all can watch on YouTube, right? And the video is called Dear Young People, Don't Vote. Hey. Right? And it's a bunch of old white people.
Oh my God.
And then
I saw that shit.
Yeah, it is hilarious. Hey. To me, I'm dying laughing and getting goosebumps watching it. But I need y'all to understand that, like, yo, they show up. They show up when it matters most.
But wait,
we're not. But go ahead.
Segue. So this is coming from two brothers who we've come up through all of it. We've come up through the Hotep shit, through the political shit, through everything. Like we have all the opinions flowing through our ears, and we are telling you, please, whoever you pray to, take your ass out and vote. This shit is real. Don't listen to anybody saying your vote don't count. There's no such thing as your vote don't count. That is the most white American shit. And when I say white American, I'm talking about the white Americans that don't fuck with nobody but white Americans. I'm not talking about the white folks that fuck with everybody. I'm talking about the racist motherfuckers that want shit to stay the way that it is. Absolutely. That is the shit that they're programming. If you actually think that putting your opinion in does not count, that's crazy. Make your opinion heard. That, like, I used to be that person. Like, oh man, your vote don't count. These people ain't listening. The government don't care. I was listening to the wrong shit. Go vote, please.
And understand something, right? So for example, just an example of how like folks actually getting out, lobbying, actually doing all of these different things to push the issues that you want to see pushed through, making it happen. Like, yo, I'm a member of the DC Grammy chapter, and part of what we've been doing for a while, some of y'all may remember a picture I posted of me, Murs, and Kokai, and we were literally on Capitol Hill, and we were basically there lobbying for the Music Modernization Act, which just passed. You understand? And this is something that people put years into to make that happen. But the thing is, we weren't relying on voting for a particular president, hoping that they would make it happen. Like, we've been sending messages to local government in hopes that they would basically go into the Capitol and go onto the floor and speak on our behalf. You know what I mean? And basically staying on them for years to see this through. And that just happened. And for those of you who are musicians, when everything starts to change because of the fact this has been passed, and the people from musicians from generations back who are finally going to be paid money for music that they put out that they weren't collecting royalties on anymore. Like, this is all a direct result of folks getting up, getting out, being active, right? So don't just vote. Voting's cute. That's nice and all. But when it's done, that's when the real work starts. You see what I'm saying? Because now you got to hold whoever you voted for, you got to hold them accountable. You know what I mean? So you need to know who they are. You need to be writing these people, do this, that, and the third, and then also participate on the local level. The same stuff you complain about. If you ain't out here actively doing something in your community, in the communities you touch, to change the problems that you see, you part of the problem. Simple as that. See what I'm saying? And I'm a dude who occasionally will post something online, which about how I feel about different things that are happening. But 9 times out of 10, I don't, mainly because of, I'm out here. I am out here. You know what I'm saying? So I need y'all to get out, do the same. Because until basically Trump is the result of where Trump happens when people get comfortable. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Obama was in office, everybody's comfortable for the most part, except a certain group of folks. Yeah, they going in.
It's like,
all right. So anyway, I'm sorry. All right. So many comments. We're gonna focus. We're gonna focus on the questions because we're already almost 40 minutes in. All right. So you take the first one. I catch that, dog. We are way. I know. So you just pick something to start with, and then
oh man. Little brother had a reunion show. Yeah, I'm trying to see if they're ever going to be back around here, Chris. Mm-hmm. I did see your Twitter post about coming to Maryland. Hit us up. I mean, I it was a while ago, so I don't remember all that was entailed in the message. Mick Jenkins is dope as hell.
Yes, he
Fuck
is.
Yeah, my name is my name. I've never met Nujabes Chris. Nah, I never had the opportunity. I always just heard stories.
Yeah, I mean, Nujabes, I only would see him when I went out to Japan. He never came out this way to kick it. And Sherm, we try to make it happen where Sherm travel would be at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that I definitely, especially, I definitely want to go out to Washington and see Marcus, man, and see what the mountains talking about. And Sir Sebastian, if you're talking about with the current piece of shit that we have residing in the White House, yes, I am fucking upset. Right? He's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but if you're asking if I'm upset by Chance the Rapper, which I don't think that's what you're asking, no, I'm not. So just to address both sides of that, but I think you were talking
your
about
wife asked us to post a list of artists or playlists.
Good suggestion
to help.
That's probably going to come,
and that's something we're working on.
Yeah. We need to do that.
We definitely will have that.
This
someone mentioned Logic as well.
Oh, Logic. We didn't talk about. Okay, so back to Logic.
And Odyssey's dope. That's the homie.
Always.
Shout out to Odyssey.
Odyssey's always dope.
Yeah.
So what's that joint called? Young Sinatra 4. Yeah, not impressed. Impressed and also not impressed at the same time.
I heard there's a Nujabes reference.
There's a Nujabes reference. If anybody can remember the song that paid attention to it, please put it in the comments so Stan can listen to it. I listened to it a couple of times, so I can't remember what it is. But if you do, please post it so Stan can listen to it. There's definitely a Nujabes reference. But it's a great boring album.
Wow.
No, it's a very good boring album.
That was great wording.
I
appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
So Logic is definitely an artist that is on my radar. Logic is a very good artist.
Don't love everything he does.
No,
but he's talented dude.
The thing about Logic is I feel like
Logic
is comfortable hanging. I think Logic is hanging in an era.
Right.
On this album, he constantly refers to the boom bap. So I think he's trying to rest in the boom bap era and trying to build up the boom bap era with current lyricism. So the lyricism is always good. Logic is a great artist.
Right.
But to me, he kind of reminds me of Childish Gambino because of what he's lived through.
Mm-hmm.
Bam. Thank you. Followers.
Right.
Because of how he was raised, he hasn't gone through a lot. He talks about being raised in the hood. So anybody that's not from Maryland,
you should watch that.
His documentary.
Yeah,
I saw it a while ago.
Yeah.
So if you've ever been to Gaithersburg, I'm from PG County. The outskirts of PG County, DC is really close to PG County. DC is also close to Gaithersburg, but it's a different part of DC that's close to Gaithersburg. That shit's not that fucking rough. So Childish Gambino,
it's all relative. So
yeah, it's relative. It is relative.
It might seem rough,
but
it's some people about 30 minutes away from them.
Really
if
different.
That much, it's just like, really, this is what we're complaining about, bro.
So Logic is really watered down. I really enjoy his music, but he's really watered down, similar to Childish Gambino.
Yeah,
it's really relevant, but it's watered down at the same time.
Indecisive? Yes.
What?
Yes.
Where am I?
He's basically Indecisive said Logic reminds me of too many other rappers.
Yes.
And that's
especially the joint that he did where he had the song about cigarettes. He sounded like Kendrick. He sounded like fucking dude from Chicago. What's his name? He sounded like so many current artists. Big Sean.
Big Sean.
He rapped like so many artists.
From Detroit.
What did I say?
You said Chicago.
I actually did mean Detroit. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that is one of the problems with. No, it's not. Thank you. Oh, they are close.
Yeah, they are.
But they're not.
Yeah,
they're musically they are not right. Jesus is my president. Yeah, Chris. I'm saying. No, Odyssey may be the king of indie rap. No, Mac Miller is the king of indie rap. That's just my argument. Where are we at? Odyssey is definitely nasty.
Yeah, this is J. Cole. Not really a fan of Logic. Beto said Logic is Disneyland of boom bap. It was funny. I was watching an interview.
Did he say Logic is the Disneyland
of
boom bap? Oh man, that's so disrespectful but so accurate.
Yeah, there was what was it, man? It was like an interview where I think Thought was talking about Logic. And it's I love watching Black Thought interviews. First of all, if you've never watched a Black Thought interview, you should watch it because he's so nonchalant about shit. He's a cool dude. But like he talks about certain young rappers or young artists he's worked with. And like I love when people can I love how authentic he is, right? like he's like, yeah, I did a song with such and such, but honestly, I'm not like a super fan where I'm like I know all their material like that. He said he made a reference like that talking about Logic in an interview. You know what I mean? And it was just interesting. It was an interesting moment of the interview. It was like, oh, that was a bit uncomfortable, but yeah. Take a moment to celebrate how we all had to write this letter here over in Nujabes. That's the line. That's the quote. Yeah. And someone also mentioned that Jaden Smith has a Nujabes reference on his new album. Yo, and so like this is what I was saying to Sherm or whatever. Anytime someone mentions that to me, I'm like, oh, so they've heard of me. Right?
Yeah, like, you know it. If
because
you've heard of Nujabes, you've definitely heard of substantial.
But you know, I mean, it's super dope. And Jaden Smith, he's also familiar with algorithm. Because Jaden Smith,
he did that whole fucking project over algorithm.
He did a whole joint over one of Algorithm's beats, over the Stuyvesant's beat, which was a joint that Naturel used way better.
Shout out Naturel. Yeah, shout out Big Lurd. Yeah, Big Lurd.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So it's always interesting. Like it's one of those things when people talk to you about like you know, you kind of hitting the next level, this, that, and the third. And I always like, yo, these people, like people listen to so much music, you know that certain powers that be know you exist. Like, come on, yo. Like you know, we are like folks put in way too much work or whatever to not get certain bird. But like, you know, there are certain people, you know, show love. Other folks see you as a threat. It's the nature of the beast. Nujabes was a great artist, but Nujabes gets a lot of love. Like not I won't say mostly, but Nujabes gets a lot of love because unfortunately he's not with us no more. And that's I'm like, yo, that's keeping it. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. A whole lot of people who were not checking for him beforehand or whatever. This is what death does, right? Someone dies. Props. Yeah, and it's just like, yo, like. You know, I struggle with making a song about that all the time. The homie Superstition, he made a really dope song talking about that exact thing. Like, yeah, Superstition's nasty. Shout out to Superstition. But anyway, but like, and I mean, obviously, Nujabes got a lot of love because he make dope music first and foremost, right? And then throw in the fact that, like, you know, my brother had the Samurai Champloo show, which was huge for him. You know what I mean? Which like it made him even more popular. But the reality of it is, would they be shouting him out if he was still alive? Right? Like if he was still alive and stuff like that, would these people even know he existed or be reaching out to him? And so it's dope that, you know, they giving love and stuff like that. But the reality of it is, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I died tomorrow. You know what I mean? Hopefully I don't. But like, if I died tomorrow, you'd be surprised who'd be coming out of the woodwork all of a sudden shouting me out and claiming they give a fuck about what I do too. You know what I'm saying? But like that's just being real. Because you'd be surprised how many different conversations I've had with like extremely notable artists. How many like different people I've like some people I've low key written for. I was looking at someone tagging someone in one of my posts the other day, like a hip hop legend in my post the other day. Whole time, dude didn't even know. Like, not only have I kicked it with dude, but I've literally written for dude before. You know what I mean? So, like, people know. Like, people know. You know what I mean? Common knows who I am. Like, he probably don't remember or whatever. But if something happened to me tomorrow, and someone was like, "Yo, remember that time we did this?" Yeah, special.
Do you remember the first time we saw Common though?
Yeah,
never forget that.
Was it at?
It was not a club anything. We were walking down the streets in Brooklyn.
When he was living in Brooklyn.
It was some random shit. We walking down the street. I'm like, yo. And he, like, I just so happened to have a loud enough voice. I was trying to whisper.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yo, ain't that Common?
Right.
And as I said that, we all turned around and he turned around and was like, hey, what's up?
Right.
Nigga, that is one of the most, like, I'm getting the chills just thinking about that right now. Like how nonchalantly he just turned around like, yo, hey, what's up? Like, oh man, we came up through the greatest time of hip hop. It's fucking great. I love it.
Joshua, I'm typing it right now. The
album is called
Orange Moon Over Brooklyn. All right.
Yeah. Hey Chris, what are you talking about? Don't Miss You with? I couldn't find the comment or question that you're referring to. Looks like, did we cover all the questions? A lot of comments.
It's a lot of comments. More. Yeah,
Uyama
Uyama's a beast as well, man. Uyama's great. Oh, what's with Venom in the title of the live stream? Yes, I'm gonna comment on it now. Please let me know what y'all. Oh, let me know.
Let
me
know.
Think of Dom Kennedy.
Don't think of it. Trash. Dom Kennedy is.
I've heard one or two songs I like by him and stuff like that, but like I was never a huge fan. Shout out to my man Fresh Daily. He's the one that put me on.
Way better.
Yeah, he put me on a minute ago. The reason why Venom was in the title is because that was one of the because usually we talk not just music, we got really caught up on music today because a lot of stuff that's been coming out. But anyway, I saw Venom on Friday. I take my let me turn the music down a little bit. I take my daughter out at least once a month or whatever. We do daddy-daughter date night, and so on this daddy-daughter date night, she asked to see Venom. You know, it was a PG-13 movie, and Venom is known for biting off a head or two. So
freaking creepy.
So my wife was just kind of looking at me like, sure this is a good idea? I'm like, I mean, she's mature.
It's PG-13. She went to see Black Panther. That was PG-13.
Yeah, and like, and I was getting stabbed. And that joint thrown off cliffs. So so we went to go see Venom. So I would say this, right? A couple things. Now, if you're a super fan of the Venom comic, you're probably not gonna like the movie, right? I would say at best, like I'm aware of Venom in the comics, but I'm not one of those people that's like, oh my God, Venom is my favorite character, right? Like, so so my
suit is one of the dopest.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's the black suit from Spider-Man. But so for example, my homie Marcus D is like, I think Venom is like one of his favorite characters, if not his favorite character. So I already know Marcus D is going to hate the film. So be prepared that when he watches it, he's going to tell you it's the worst thing ever. That being said, my opinion of the movie, I'll say this. If you're not familiar with Venom and you've seen most of the comic book movies that have come out, in comparison to other comic book movies we've seen in the last few years, it's nowhere near the top of that pile. But for me, it's not at the bottom either. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it was better than some of the DC movies we've gotten recently. But not for nothing, it's an entertaining movie as well. Like, even the theater that I was in, there were a lot of moments where the crowd, there were a lot of laugh out loud moments. I think they have great actors in it. What they don't have, and I feel like this is the biggest problem with the movie, they don't have a great script. The script is not that great. Because some of the dialogue is kind of weak, and then even how the story moves or whatever, because they take
somebody was commenting saying that I heard that movie was bad.
Yeah, but see, this is what I want to say as well, man. Like, one of the hardest things to do nowadays is to go see a movie without reading a million reviews first, right? Most people don't do that. And so I saw one person post that it was really bad, and then I saw something post the Rotten Tomatoes thing, and I was like, I'm going to go ahead and ignore all that, and I'm going to go see for myself.
Just go look at
right?
it. It's not hurting anything.
Because the thing is, if you start watching too many of those, they put all the ideas in your head, like, out the gate. And so then you just go ahead and roll with the script they gave you, because that's easier to do. But so when I saw one or two of the things weren't that great, I went and asked my daughter again. I was like, baby, you still want to see Venom? She said, yeah. I'm like, all right, so we're going to go see Venom. And when I came out the theater, I didn't feel like I wasted my money. You know what I mean? I was entertained. Me and my daughter had a good time watching it. We laughed. We enjoyed it.
That's the biggest thing. People forget you're only going to the movie theater to be entertained. You're not going to see a masterpiece. You're going to be entertained. And like I told folks, like when we were talking about the whole the Superfly song, they're like, "Yo, it's entertaining. It's not a great movie, but it is entertaining." Chris, you are going to really have to.
You're gonna have to chill, brother.
Remind me,
right?
Yeah. And what you're speaking of, because the last thing I saw is 3 lineups, and I'm not really sure as to what that means. Wait, somebody said something about. What are you doing, stupid phone?
Let me see. Marvel hasn't made a bad movie in like 5 years, so this sucking was a surprise.
We're not gonna.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave that. We're gonna laugh at that later.
So to address Sir Sebastian, he says Marvel hasn't made a bad movie in like 5 years, so this sucking was a surprise. So first of all, so it wasn't. It technically it's a Marvel movie, but it's not a Marvel movie, right? It's because it's a Sony movie. You see what I'm saying? Like Sony owns the film rights to Venom, Spider-Man, and a long list of other characters. And so I think one of the biggest mistakes of the movie is not connecting it to Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Okay. And like, because that's a huge, like for anyone who's a comic fan, you know Venom because of Spider-Man. So when you don't do the origin story that way, you lose people who know the story. You lose them out the gate, and now you're working backwards because now you're trying to convince them that this isn't trash. You know what I mean? And so, so I feel like that was a huge misstep in the film for sure. Sorry about any spoilers that may have slipped
Chris,
out.
This is Stan's question though. This isn't for me.
Wow, so that's a sub. Did you have a stake at Hideout Productions when Nujabes died? No, sir. I did not own any percentage of the company. I was an artist who was signed to the label. I did, however, like, you know, I own some of the material I did with them, like my solo album. But like outside of that or whatever, you know, no. So, but what I do take very serious when it comes to that is when I see people who are exploiting him. Like when I see companies or whatever, like making a bunch of stuff with his image, his name on it, and they haven't reached out at all to his family or his or the record label. And the record label is like being in contact, not even like it is being in contact with his family because his brother owns and operates it. So that's the only thing that I kind of like, you know, I've probably been really gun-ho about and have really come at people publicly and privately about, you know, whenever I see that. Because again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I have a lot of material, right, that I could capitalize on. Unreleased material that's not mixed, super rough, not great quality or whatever. I could throw it out there in a heartbeat and probably make tens of thousands of dollars putting it out there. But because I actually have dignity, right, and I respect his family or whatever, I respect his legacy, I don't do stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? Because it's about more than a dollar. So it's always interesting to me when I see a company or individual who's trying to capitalize or whatever off of their quote unquote love of Nujabes, but you haven't put forth any effort whatsoever to reach out to his family and the people who are responsible for his estate. And so that's ass backwards to me. You know what I mean? Because it's like they're not hard to find. We have Google. We have Google. You Google Hideout Productions, the website pops up. His brother owns the website. You contact him, you let him know what it is you have in mind, and you wait for a reply. And that means if the reply takes a month to come back to you because English isn't his first language, then you wait. You don't just go out here and just go run. I mean, he got a family, B. He got a family. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, and that's look, as the song once, that's that shit I don't like. Like it bothers me. Like it really bothers me. You know what I mean? Because dude, he worked hard. He worked hard. And like, especially when you see people who have been not largely like kind of missed over, like you just kind of missed over the years where people didn't know about them, and then they got on late, and then you see people really kind of exploit it, and it's just it's sickening, man. It makes me think of Jay-Z when he was talking about Prince joint and how sometimes or whatever you got folks in the family who mismanage the whole the estate, and so like. It's crazy, man. So I mean, that's where I'm at with that. You know what I mean? That's an hour-long show in itself talking about that.
So
thank you, Joshua.
Did you hear that Tupac's estate got the rights to all his unreleased music? They are saying that they can make 2-3 albums with these songs. Yeah, they are releasing 2 new Tupac albums.
They ain't gonna let them rest. Like, come on now. Like,
that's pathetic though.
Tupac was a legend before he died. You know what I mean? So the moment he died, like, letting him rest. They're not gonna do that.
Like, nah,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
that's pathetic, though.
Yo, because the thing is, like these people were taking care of people when they were alive, and the thing is, the moment they died, their value instantly went up. You know what I mean? And both Paak and Nugent, obviously not on the level of Paak, but both of them, like they had names. You see what I'm saying? Like again, Nugent's not on the level of Paak, but they had names and they were able to sustain a certain living and provide for those they care about. Now they're gone, and when they're gone, those people that they left behind, they are still counting on them. Yeah. So you should never be surprised when family like is take. Please believe, like, yo, my wife has the information. Yeah. So, hey, you
make more music.
Release all that shit, baby. You know what I'm saying? The babies need clothes.
Peace, Epiphania, by the way,
right.
too.
The babies need whatever. So please believe you might be hearing some really terrible sounding substantial stuff that I wouldn't put out when I was alive. But like, yo, once I'm gone, I can't stop you. Do what you will. Now, I ain't gonna necessarily do that to the next man. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but please believe you got here's video evidence. Baby, do what you gotta do. Take care of our girls. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. So I ain't mad, man. I ain't too mad. You know, people gonna do what they do. Same with Jay Dilla. I'm from Flint, Michigan. No one's talking about Dilla now. All I hear is Jay. Hey, so I'm gonna disagree with you on the no one was talking about Dilla joint because I had a 4-hour disc of Dilla's music before. You know what I'm saying? Like we was talking about Dilla in high school.
But Dilla, you know what I mean? You can't expect the conversation about Dilla in 2018 post life is going to be the same because you can't do anything with Dilla beats right now. Like you'll get some older people that'll still do things nostalgically over Dilla beats. But in all honesty, man, like let's keep shit all the way 100.
Right.
Dilla's beats right now are not that good. They're nostalgically good, but compared to the production right now, that shit's not that good. So let's not keep waiting to hear people. Dog, like Stan. Let's be serious here, man.
So now listen.
Put Dilla up to the the better producers, right? I'm talking about Dilla.
I got you.
Dilla's dead.
I got you.
Put him up to the greatest producers that are producing right now. Their most current production. And tell me that you can play me a Dilla beat that I'll be like, oh,
I can't.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. I'm bro. Like you won't
guarantee
find.
You can.
I absolutely can. I will after the show is over. So this is what I'm gonna say, right, about what he's saying. You can't. Don't judge Dilla off of like random joints that were looped together, like little 1 minute joints that were like looped together for little beat things that for real weren't being released in large amounts before he passed. Because most of that stuff is like underdeveloped stuff that he made real quick. Like, yo, Dilla was putting together tracks in like 20 minutes. And you like, so if we're going to compare a 20-minute Dilla track to something that a person developed over weeks or months, it's not the same. But but if you go ahead and you take Dilla's like fully developed joints where he flushed it out,
Shining.
Vision.
The Shining is a good example.
No, Shining is not a good example because he died before he finished.
Oh, he did, but that's still a no.
But it's not a good example for Dilla in terms of what he can do full on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because again, if you listen to some of the joints when he did for example, Common's record when he did like Water for Chocolate.
That's
front to back.
Dope album.
Bro, it's an amazing album.
Yeah, but that's still old.
It is. But sonically, some of the best work that's on there still holds up.
Yeah, but it's already been used. I'm talking about of the joints of Dilla's joints that have not been used.
Okay.
There's
nothing.
You
didn't say that before, but
okay. That's what I meant.
Okay.
If it's already been used, like I don't want to hear like Water for Chocolate.
Right.
Somebody else rapping over that shit.
Right.
I'm talking about of the beats that Dilla did not use.
Right.
There's nothing like. Stop doing that. Who I'm speaking to are the people who are out there like, Dilla's the greatest producer ever. There's nothing past Dilla. There's a lot past Dilla. Please stop shutting your doors at Dilla and Tribe and Busta.
Me Too, Indecisive.
Open your fucking doors back up. There are a lot of dope fucking producers out there, man.
Think Twice. Yes. It's a great remake too.
Yeah, that's been used.
Nag Champa.
Been used. Nag Champa been used. These have all been used.
And my reply to him, and then we really got to wrap up because we're like at an hour.
I don't even care tonight. But
so look, so this is what I'm gonna say. So
I'm talking about the time.
I feel yeah. Nah, I know. What was it? I appreciate that. You know saying? Friends care. Friends care. But nah, what I was gonna say is if we took any producers like unused tracks that he never really put out there and put them up against the next man's unused tracks, because some of this stuff that they're putting out from Dilla, there was a story where a dude literally goes around and buys access to different storage units. Right, that were left.
Oh yeah,
and one of Dylan.
It was either you or my man Chaz that told me about that.
Yeah, it might have been me because I know when I heard that story, I was sharing it with
and
anyone.
You know good and well, a lot of that shit ain't gonna be that good.
Right. I mean, but the thing is, like, a lot of the stuff is just foundation stuff. You see what I'm saying? Oh yeah, man, come on, Marcus. Right. Hey, so look, man, forget all this. Forget all this talking about other people's stuff. I make music, son, in real life. I'm still here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can I live? It's called Substantial Sundays. Can I live?
We talking about Dilla.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, so look, so check this out. I know we over time, but I promise I said new music in the title, so I'm gonna share it. What somebody said.
My man Joshua McGee. Yeah, my wife is looking at me right now. LOL. Time to wrap it up.
I got you. Hey, yeah, that's right. Some gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? So look, so check this out. I'm sure some of you guys are fans of Kenichiro Nishihara. We worked on new music. I'm going to play a super rough. It's a super rough. It's not mixed. I'm not the best singer in the world. It is a rough. No judgment. I'm going to play the song for you. Let y'all hear at least a verse and a chorus from it. And then maybe I play one thing from Recompositions. What's the question?
Sherm, are you saying Kanye is a better producer than Dilla? From Sir Sebastian. Holy fuck. Just right. No. I thought that was going to be a hard question, but no. Because if it weren't for Dilla, there would be no Kanye.
There it is.
I guarantee that. Do I enjoy some of Kanye's production more? Yeah, because it's more current. Because Dilla died before Kanye finished being good. Before Kanye died. Because Kanye definitely died. But no, Kanye is not better than Dilla because, like I said, if there were no Dilla, there would be no Kanye. Right. So Dilla is a GOAT. Dilla is the GOAT. I'm just saying, for all these nostalgic old heads, it's just like, oh man, it stops with Dilla. It does not stop with Dilla. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Dilla is not the shit. I'm just saying stop looking at Dilla like, oh, I'm just gonna keep playing Dilla shit because it just ended with Dilla. No, it didn't.
Right. Yeah. People are ridiculous. But yeah, forget all these other people. You know what I mean? They all cool. They be. You know what I'm saying? So I want to share.
He's alive.
I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate delivering. That's what my man.
Hey, wait till y'all hear our intro and outro though.
Yeah. So
wait till y'all hear our intro and outro.
If you missed last week's show, go back, check out last week's show. Of course, you got like an hour worth of stuff to go through in order to hear it. But I played snippets of it with Kokai. Yo, I'm gonna play the joint back for you because Kokai was scatting over the joint. Bruh. It was ridiculous. Y'all saw it last week. But yeah, new song. This is Kenichiro doesn't even know I'm about to play a piece of this for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Neither did I.
Right. So
I didn't even know.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just share. Here we go. All right, let's get some volume going. If it sounds like crap to y'all because of the quality, I'm sorry. Hey, Christopher, if new music sucks, I'm interested to know how you feel about all the new music I've been putting out for the last few years. Because that technically is new music. You know what I mean?
Hey, man. Hey, Clark. Everybody was commenting on me sweating. Go to hell. Go to hell.
All right, do join.
How can I tell my situation less than ideal? Would have been through worse rises than I feel so. Until then, I nail, break strength, try to flex up until I heal. Feel weak like I don't
It's like 4 or 5 of these shits, man.
I don't know where I came from. Trapped in the nightmare, can't wake up. Wanna rub but don't know who
I got a fucking towel.
It's the enemy inside. I got a afford to figure this out. So we trust the bust house.
With towel up or something like that. This is like, you gotta watch last week's show.
Got what's left of me.
Blue shirt, no nothing. That is funny. Oh shit, that's my man. Hey, fuck you, B. I'm gonna call you later, you asshole. Blue shirt, no nothing. That's funny. Someone produced this.
So somebody said start the song over because we've been talking whole time.
Over the song. So
right.
Answer that first. Did you produce this?
I did not produce this. Kenichiro Nishihara produced this song.
And y'all hush this time.
And
all right, man.
We going
well, stop typing, motherfuckers.
Right.
If y'all stop typing, then we can stop talking.
We got you. All right, here we go. We're gonna do this one more time. All right. Here we go.
I'm so strong, but no man is still. All that could go wrong can feel. Make you give up for the win with bill. Running the hot corner, how can I tell my situation less than ideal? Could've been through worse, rising yet I feel so. Until then I nail, pray for strength, try to rest up until I heal. Feel weak like I don't know what I'm made of. Feel lost like I don't know where I came from. Trapped in a nightmare, can't wake up. Wanna run but don't know who I'm afraid of. It's the enemy inside out. I gotta can't afford to figure this out later. So we jousted one of us is ousted and reveal this traitor or savior. Is it my destiny to let defeat get the best of me? Or rather what's left of me? Stand and secure my legacy. Cause we all fair.
You're welcome, Occasion Street. Have a good night, man. Thanks for watching.
Stand tall. We all fair. We all fall. We alive there. All hold on to hope. Hold on to love. And never let go. Never let go. You've got to fight.
Alright. So yeah, man. So there's that one. I feel like maybe one more for the road.
Anybody up for one more? Answer quick.
Yeah. So yeah,
is that? I think that hell yeah.
That's one hell yeah. Hold that note then. All right, chill course. Yes, indeed. I appreciate it.
Hey, y'all funny as shit, man.
Yeah, y'all are hilarious.
Y'all motherfuckers funny, man.
One more, please. So look, check it out. Hey, Ice Killer, man. Thank you for watching, man. All right, so
anybody's dipping, yeah. Thank y'all for watching. Peace. Have a good night, good week, all that good shit.
Yeah, we're gonna hit you with one more joint, and then we are out. Cause we definitely ran over, but it was a lot of fun tonight, man.
Hey, Chris, I'm sweating like I'm in Roots, though, dog.
Yeah, hey, we were dying reading the comments, right? Smack on Black Crime, gotta stop. Right. So look, check this out. So I know I mentioned a minute ago when the Exposition single dropped that I was planning on dropping a EP of remixes that I did and reworkings. And on one of the shows, I actually played little snippets of some of them. So I'm gonna play a snippet of the last one. Yeah.
Wait, no. Did you hear your man J Soul rework Cranes in the Sky?
I did not.
Oh my God.
Oh
yes,
he was in here cooking me as well.
Dog, somebody he posted that shit on Instagram. Somebody asked him to rework Cranes in the Sky. Nailed it.
Everybody, we gotta go look that up when this is done. So,
Cranes in the Sky, Jason. No, I don't know if you can. I'm wondering because he just posted it on Instagram. I didn't look it up after that. I just listened to what he posted on Instagram, and it is fantastic. Right. Man, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah. So look, we're gonna do this joint real quick. Last joint for the road. And yeah, let's see if y'all recognize this beat. If y'all got that instrumental album I dropped, y'all should know the beat. All right, so here we go.
Chris trying to call me Coffee Black.
Hey, yeah.
Whenever I work on his hand, I feel like the whole time of fam. People with me get to see, so I just walk by myself. The lonely walk in the rain, pain cloud in my brain. I can figure it out, there never no doubt that that's what I'm saying.
Sherm told me to stop it.
So you already played the first joint. Mm-hmm. So this asshole, he played me a joint off The Garden earlier that he rapped over. And I'm like,
it's the same.
That's the same shit?
It's the same shit.
It feels different.
I know. Isn't that dope?
It feels way different.
Yeah,
and So proceed.
Okay, so here we go. Yeah.
This feel
Stroll with me. All right, that's what's up. He said it was his favorite. So check it out. Here we go. So this is the song that I did with the beat Stroll with me from the Garden.
Motherfuckers ain't even ready.
Yeah.
Whenever I work hard as hell, I feel like the whole time to fail. People will flee and use to see, so I just walk by myself. The lonely walk in the rain, pain cloud in my brain. If I don't figure it out, then never goes out that I'm going insane. Meditation is my medicine, therapy, I get it in. Swirl away till I get away from wickedness. Won't let me win the hill in the back that right the hands, keeping me on the right path. To be in the peace, keep me in peace. The days I felt my life was bad. Like I say, I don't know what you feel like inside, got to play. It's so cold, I don't get ready.
There's that singing. I don't know who asked the question, but somebody asked the question about the singing. Right, I mean, might be that time, man. Right, might be time to throw one out there. Right. Think people run the song. Singing will be different. Right, it's not pretty good because like you already know the lane of singing. It ain't like if you're trying to Jill Scott it or something. You know the lane of singing. Like most Def knows he's not that great with singing in his lane. I'm sorry for talking over another song.
Hey, y'all gonna stop going.
I hope Sir Sebastian is black. You better fucking be black making that fucking comment, man. You better be a motherfucking black dude, man, or a black girl or something. That's funny as shit as long as you're black. Yo, there's something black in your close vicinity, man.
Hey, so look, hey man, thank y'all, man.
No, Chris.
Well,
no, what do you mean?
Chris, he one of those guys, you know what I'm saying? Like
I'm talking about to stick to rapping.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, man.
Look, not sure, but Truth tried to. I think Truth was saying something similar to me at one point, and then one day I played him a joint where I was singing on it or whatever, and then he asked me, he was like, "Yo, who's on the hook?" I really it's only my non-singing ass, right? Only me. You know what I'm saying? So. But yeah, man, it's definitely been playing around with it a lot more. When I was younger, before I was actually rapping, when I was younger, like really young, like singing was like something that I was really, really trying to do, like be at school or whatever, competing this and the third, like the whole nine when I was younger. But you know, rapping was cooler. So, you know, we ran with that, and I really wasn't like utilizing what little I had. And so, you know, you don't use it, you start to lose it after a while. But now, Kokai, man, shout out to Kokai. He's been one of the main people pushing me to do more of it. And so, yeah, it's been going good. I feel like, you know, I like where certain things have been going and stuff. And fun fact for you, and then we're out for real. So a lot of the stuff that Steph has sung on virtually almost every song we've done together. Some of it, of course, she's written, right? But like probably 75% of the things I've ever asked Steph to sing, like I wrote, you know what I mean? Obviously she take a lot of like the melodies and just do amazing stuff with what I gave her, because obviously I'm not the vocalist she is. But writing it has never been a problem for me, you know, and I've definitely over the years started to get a lot more confident with it. And I spend a lot of time with other musicians and stuff like that and get great ideas from other people I work with. And people have been really encouraging. Shout out to Flo Brown. She was one of the first people that heard some of my early work and was like, yo, you need to sing like way more. You need to utilize your voice because you got a great voice. And so, yeah, man, on that note.
If Eminem can sing, so can.
Hey, absolutely.
Hey, so Sir Sebastian is our Indio Prather for the evening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he
definitely came with jokes today.
Shout out to Indio, man. Definitely was missed today.
Shout out to everybody.
Yeah, everybody. Man. It was a fun show, man.
Yeah.
We gotta go though. Like we've been going. Hey, so look.
And Sir Sebastian, Don't take my "you better be black" comment seriously. It's fucking around,
But
man.
you better be black.
But you better be black.
All right. Yeah, man. So yeah, hopefully I have some news on the EP really soon. Mixing, I just sent something to my man Mason Lieberman, who's playing guitar on the track you just heard, and he really wants to go back in and work it. And yo, also just quick news, we submitted this past week for a chance to make this an actual radio show. So keep your fingers crossed, man. Send some positive vibes out there to the universe, whatever it is you do.
Share this shit. Make more people watch.
Yes.
Push them views and likes up.
Absolutely. And
if y'all actually like us, you might just be on here just to talk to each other. Who knows?
I mean, that works too.
Or you might definitely think I'm cute or someone. You might think he's cute.
I mean,
or you might think we cute together.
Hey,
last time we were together, we would ask us if we were the gays.
We were gays.
And I'm quoting. That's not me being an asshole. He actually said, you guys gays?
Are you the gays?
Are you the gays? I don't know who the gays are.
Maybe it was because our outfits coordinated. I don't think that's something that all gay people do.
Or maybe he thought we resembled Marvin Gaye. Maybe he thought we were of the gay family. Because the gays weren't the gays until they added the E. So maybe...
No. Right. Hey man, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all have a great night.
Hey, post that, Calvin. Post that shit, man. Post that shit everywhere, all platforms.
Oh man,
we gotta go. We gotta go.
Y'all gonna keep us here all
night.
all right,
yes,
man. Y'all have
peace, everybody. Thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for keeping us entertaining us. Peace. See y'all next Sunday.
All right. Have a good one, y'all.
Yeah, this was good.
Yeah, good times. Good times.
This was